Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. I'm Christine. I'm glad you're here. Welcome to another MLM Top Fails video. It is MLM Top Fails number 15. In those videos I typically react to posts and reels and lives from people that are in multi-level marketing companies, and I give my commentary, my 2 cents, I debunk lies, I ask questions, and I react to everything that is pretty much out there. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, you name it. If you ever have any suggestions about MLM Top Fails content, please feel free to reach out. You can either comment in the comment section down below, or you can DM me on Instagram. And I've also started to add my email address if you want to screen record something. If you have access to certain content and you would like me to react to that, then please feel free to do so and share your Google Drive with me, share the specific folder, and yeah, everything is linked down below, all of my contact numbers, if you're ever interested in doing that. Today I have 5 posts, and the first one is from an Amare distributor. The person is in the MLM Amare. Amare calls themselves the Mental Wellness Company, which is not great. I think the title itself already says who they're targeting, but they're shilling supplements. That is what they're doing. Overpriced supplements, and they're selling that via a multi-level marketing business model. And this rep has a highlight reel that is rather special. Let's say it like this, where she is showing her happy juice. I will stop the highlight there because it is pretty much repetitive. We've seen the most important information, and I get this is supposed to be cute. Happy juice on tour. People have done that with their stuffies or weird items. Let's talk about the name happy juice in itself. If you call something that makes you happy a happy juice or a happy whatever, I don't necessarily have an issue with that. But if this is something that is mixed up with products from the mental wellness company, you're saying this is your happy juice, then that insinuates that it does something super, super positive for you. This is not just something that is adding to your everyday because you're supplementing something that you might be missing in your everyday. It's not just a juice to keep you hydrated, etc. But with the connection of mental wellness company, as Amare calls itself, I find that very, very tricky. In addition to that, she is also shilling this to her entire family. So I would argue lots of products are being used. Check, Amare did its job. The reps are buying a lot of products. She's also showing us what products she uses to mix her happy drink. On the very first slide, there was something else that was added. I couldn't find it on the Amare website, but for most part, she had Amare Edge, Mentabiotics, and Energy Plus. Those are all products that are being sold by Amare on their website that you can get as a distributor or as a customer. And for funsies, as I like to do, I went through the cost of these. If you want to purchase these as a retail customer, for 1 month supply, you have to pay for a single pack of Amare Edge $87.95. One-time purchase. $82.95 for Mentabiotics and $53.95 for Energy Plus. On the first slide, there was something that I think was called GenFit or GemFit. I couldn't find it, so I will exclude it from the math lesson that we're doing right now. And if you are a retail customer and you want to recreate this happy juice, for a month supply, you would have to spend $224.85. For supplements that are not proven to do anything for you. Now, she made a couple of health claims there as well. If you're stressed because you have teenagers in your home, you're not feeling well, or you're not energized, or your brain-gut axis is somehow disturbed, then these products might do wonders for you. Energy Plus, according to the website, is just an energy powder. Mentabiotics is to enhance overall mental wellness for gut-brain axis. That is a very general pile of blah blah, in my opinion. It doesn't say much at all, but then again, it also says so much. So what I'm reading out of this is, if you're mentally not well and your overall mental wellness is at stake, then drink this. Beautiful. And then Edge, motivation to crush your to-do list. So another energy drink. That is her happy juice. I found this highlight real creepy. That's why I wanted to include it, because it's not cute. If you have your mental health, wellness, highlight drink, happy juice on tour with you, and you pretty much molest people in your surrounding. I know it's meant to be cute and fun, annoying my siblings again, but how annoying is it if you have somebody in your family or in your personal life, they're part of an MLM, and they're pretty much pitching this to you 24/7 because they have their happy juice with it. And like I said, those are supplements. They're not proven to do anything for you, other than you spending over $220 every month as a retail customer. That's a pricey happy drink, in my opinion. If you struggle with mental health, then please go and seek professional help. Talk to family members, talk to friends, and do not trust in an MLM rep who is shilling their overpriced products that prove to do nothing for you, no matter how they call their drinks, no matter how the company is called. Amare products, in my opinion, will not do anything for you if you struggle with your mental health. No happy juice can do that. The next post is from a Hugh and Grace distributor / coach. The person who posted this was Foreshore and Cutco for many years, started their own MLM coaching business, and was also somehow involved with Hugh and Grace. They have a podcast where they also spoke about this. The person is not very clear if they were an actual distributor signing up in Hugh and Grace, but they were advising the company when they opened. So this might not be a full Hugh and Grace rep, but the post says Hugh and Grace. She is also showcasing some of their products, but that is not the focus of this post. The focus are outrageous income claims. My income in direct sales for the first 6 years of my career. Year 1 up until year 6. Year 1, 13,000, 16,000, 33,000, 54, 110, 250,000 in year 6. Where you are right now is no indicator where you can be tomorrow, 6 months from now, 2 years from now, or 10 years from now. You won't lose if you don't quit. You won't fail if you don't quit. Don't let your current results dictate your future. First of all, these income claims are absolutely not relatable, and it is also not clear whether the person was able, first of all, to make that money. Income claims are what they are. Income claims. I would take whatever an MLM rep says with a grain of salt, or a coach, because it is pretty much their job to inflate their success in something where the majority of people are not successful and cannot be successful, because it is mathematically not possible for the majority of people in MLMs to be successful. Only very few are. The majority are not. The majority are actually losing money. So these income claims, in my opinion, are exactly that, claims. You never know if they're true or not. And then second of all, these are absolutely not relatable. If we break this down by month, $13,000 in her first year would mean that she would make $1,083 per month. Take a look at income disclosure statements from MLMs, and you will see that people who are able to make $1,083 per month are people that belong to the top 1 or 2%. Hardly anybody is able to do that. Not in one specific MLM, overall. Monat doesn't offer that to the people at the bottom ranks. It doesn't offer that type of potential income. Neither does Arbonne, etc. $16,000 annually is $1,333.33 per month. $33,000 annually, that would be $2,750 per month. $45,000 would be $4,500 per month. 110 would be $9,166.66 per month. And then $250,000 annually is $20,833.33 per month. If we take a look at these numbers on a monthly basis, this is absolutely not doable for the vast majority of people. And I find this post very, very predatory because it does exactly what MLM coaches, MLM reps, and also MLM companies do. They bank on your hope and on your wishes. Just because you struggle right now financially and you are not where you want to be, you don't have the team yet, you don't have the sales yet, that doesn't mean that you cannot achieve this in 6 months, in a year, in 2 years, 3 years. Look at me, what I achieved in 6 years. First of all, take all of that with a grain of salt. Second of all, we don't know the background information. Maybe this person was able to run a successful coaching business on the side already, pressing even more money out of MLM reps. Maybe the person was able to join her first MLM at a good time. Maybe the person has a big circle of friends and family. Maybe she had a social media following from the get-go that was of advantage to her. Maybe she's good at selling products or opportunities. So we're lacking a lot of information there. But that is typical for MLMs, and it is wrong because you're banking on the hopes of people that in the next month you will be able to recruit people, and the month after. And then you will make more money, and then they start to recruit, and you will rise in the ranks. But that is simply not a reality for the majority of people. Over 99% of people, according to the FTC, across all MLMs, will not make their money back or will lose money. That is factual. So if you don't see any financial success, it makes absolute sense for you to leave. You're not good at selling, you're not good at recruiting, your ethics forbid you to do whatever you were asked to do in an MLM. It makes sense for you to leave. And you don't lose if you quit. You actually win because you're escaping a system that is predatory. And you won't fail when you quit, because you're actually doing something for yourself when you were in an MLM, when you're leaving that MLM, and you actually put time, effort, and money into your own ventures and not into those of MLM coaches, of the MLM company, and you're not feeding your upline's pockets. That is you doing something that is good for you. And you're not a failure because you left. You were actually winning. The next post is from a Monat rep who, in May 2023, was cruising the Mediterranean because she is a part of Monat's elite. Those are the top sellers, the top people in Monat of that year, or rather of a period of an entire year. You have to fulfill certain requirements. You yourself have to have a certain amount of people under you that hit certain ranks Then you get certain points, and the top people that have to be at the director ranks are then able to go on a lavish vacation. In this case, it was a cruise in the Mediterranean, and that was the elite trip. This is a person, if you follow anti-MLM content, you know her very well, and she had some really interesting ideas on this trip. So I will play this first, and then I'm going to comment on it. And I have a lot to say, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is a pile of Monat poo yet again. I know I want to switch things up and also include other reps, as I did here with Amare and Hugh Grace, but it is so easy to come back to Monat posts because they're so ridiculous. But see for yourself.
All right, we are back aboard the ship and we're excited. Oh my gosh, I just realized how frizzy my hair is. It's all my baby hairs. It rained on us, so this is what happened. But it's actually like really romantic that it's raining and drizzly. Walking down the cobblestone with an umbrella. It's like sipping on cappuccino. And of course, I don't know if they made it like really like sugary and extra drizzly because we're American, but Josh just ordered Americano black and they were like, "Are you sure?" So it was super cool. We hopped on the little train, the tourist train, and went up to the Citadel and got a tour, and it was really cool. I love how picturesque this town is. And so we just sat and like people watched for a little bit and watched the boats and the arena and like all the colors. It's so beautiful. And like, I love actually that the company, they don't have this like extreme tight like itinerary for us. So, it was just super cool. Tonight we have dinner with the president and Sarah Hill. I think you might know her if you're a Monat person. But we're super excited for that. So we'll be getting ready in just a bit. But okay, so I challenged myself. We're in France, which our company just launched in France. And I challenged myself to, let me get it. Let me get them out. Let me show you.
Pausing there, the really good part will start in a second, but let me comment on what is happening there. The top Monat people were shipping the Mediterranean, like I said, and they stopped in Corsica. And no offense to people who watch this from the United States, this is so cringy. This is why tourists from the United States have a bad reputation. And don't get me wrong, us Germans are not better. If you ask anybody who lives in Spain, they're like, ugh, yikes. Yes, the drunk white bitches are coming again. It's like, yeah, the drunk white burnt bitches. But this is a very American thing. Corsica belongs to France, but it is closer to the Italian coast. I guess that's also why she had the cappuccino there. I'm not sure. I don't even know if she is fully embracing that culturally, but it does belong to France officially, yes. And it is inspired by both. Because if you're in France, you would drink a café au lait, not necessarily an Americano, or a cappuccino, but that's not it. Monat's last launch was in France, and the hype wasn't that great. It was announced at Reunion in Las Vegas, but the reps in Monat, of course, they now try to pitch this to people in France. And maybe they're mistaken, because they're working for Monat, and not for Monet, you know? French painter. Maybe they're mistaken to believe that France waited for them and it is so easy to pitch to them. We will get into that in a second because this really gets a lot better. People in France are probably not waiting for Monat Hans to pitch to them, but it is important for the people that are in Monat, that are in the already existing territories, because the market for Monat is getting smaller and smaller, and the people in Monat and the company itself is struggling. And that is why I believe we see cringy stuff like this.
All right, so I put together these little situations, okay? So it's a brochure from me. It's a brochure of myself, okay? Let me walk you through what is in this. I have handed out several to like boutique owners, our tour guide, the lady that did the tickets for the tour guide, I like anyone. Okay, a bunch of people are getting these. Let me show you what this is. Didn't want to just have business cards. Okay, so the front is me. Got a little crinkled in my purse, right? You open and there's about me. It is in English, mainly because these are going to be things I hand out like wherever. But picture my family, a little quote. I have like about me as a mother, me and like my skin story. A little bit about me as the keynote speaker because I'm, trying to get hired to do more speaking gigs. And then on the back, there is a QR code it links to my campsite and my social media. And then I gave a packet of samples. And so I actually need to update my sample video and like how to use these samples. And I'm hopeful to do it while I'm here. But anyway, so this is just like my little leave behind. So yeah, I was just bold and I'm like, look, hey, this is here. This is it. And like everyone was very kind and like accepted it. So we'll see if anything comes from it. But anyway, I got to get ready for dinner. I think we're going to mostly seafood place, and I'm a land eater, but you're
Michelin star restaurant.
You're on a Mediterranean cruise. There's gonna be a lot of seafood. It is what it is. So, I'm not gonna eat it, but I'll eat it. I'll eat the bread. Yeah. So, gonna get ready real quick.
You're in the Mediterranean, close to France and Italy. I'm sure you will also be able to get something else than seafood, because those are some of the most versatile kitchens worldwide, I would say. But hey, it's not about the experience, how to eat in Italy and in France. This is cringy. I cannot believe that somebody would actually do this. She was bold, no, she was obnoxious. And I'm pretty sure that nothing will come out of this. Everybody was so nice. Yeah, because you pitched this to people who hoped that they would be able to make a sale off of you and who are providing a service. So great. You're not just being obnoxious, you're being obnoxious to people who currently work, who cannot escape. Whether it is the tour guide or the ticket lady or people working in boutiques. That is a great way. Once you're out of the door, they're laughing their ass off and they will probably, hopefully, throw all of that in the trash. How weird is it if somebody enters your shop? Hi, I'm Christina. This is my brochure. Please buy my stuff and here are some samples. So you're having some information about you and your family and your skin story. That is not weird at all. If you were actually offering a legitimate business, you wouldn't be doing that. You should have stuck to your business card. I hope that they throw those samples away, because otherwise they might burn their scalps. Or what you can also do, because samples typically don't do a lot for you, especially with Monat, where you have to use those for 3 months to see actually a change in your hair. If you wear a bra with an underwire, you can wash that by hand. And for that, mild shampoo is good. Now, I hope it doesn't burn a hole in the fabric. Not stating this as a fact, just me doing this for entertainment purposes. This is cringy! First of all, I would love to see how successful Monat actually is in France if people like this try to pitch this ridiculous business opportunity to French people like this. First of all, I would argue if you want to pitch to somebody in a European country, maybe show some respect and try to at least approach them in their local language. That is a sign of respect, I would say, everywhere. Every culture or every new experience you make there, maybe try to understand what the people, what the culture, what the country is about. But specifically, French people are very particular about their language. It is very important there to preserve the French language. That is why at the French Open, for example, if you've never realized that before, maybe keep an eye out for that. They still speak in French and English. It is very important to preserve the French language. So if there is an entitled US lady with an overpriced Chanel bag walking through Corsica trying to pitch this to people with an English brochure, acting like this, good luck with that. So if you want to do something like this, then at least try to approach people in their local language. You should at least have this cringy brochure about yourself printed in French. So maybe she should continue to do that in English, because people in France are probably like, nope, stupid, not doing that. Try to show some respect and try to show some actual interest, and then also utilize the local language. Many times when you travel, wherever you are, people appreciate it, even if you're not perfect in the language, absolutely, to just say hello, good morning, etc., or have a lovely day, or thank you for your service in their local language. That is being appreciated very, very much. So instead of showing off this weird brochure saying, hi, I'm Christina and I'm with Monat, a really sketchy business, I want to pitch this to you, you could have said something like, bonjour, je m'appelle Christina de Monat. Apprenez à parler français de base si vous voulez me recruter. Merci beaucoup, escroc. And hey, my French is in no way, shape, or form perfect either, but at least try to approach people and show some respect with the basic things. So if a Monat rep approaches you with a weird brochure and some samples, where you apparently need to have a video to understand how to use them, throw them in the trash. That is probably the wisest thing to do. Merci beaucoup. Au reservoir, as Kelly Bundy would say. Up to the next post. The next post is from another Monat rep, and she was not at this elite trip, so apparently things are not going that well for her, but still she tries to tell us how successful she is thanks to Monat. Surprisingly, she says that selling shampoo was not her dream, but it provided her with an income so that she was able to purchase 2 homes. That is great. Debt-free, by the way. The caption says, if you're new here, my name is Bianca and my dream is residual income. Praying emoji. Income that I make in my sleep alongside my children while participating in life's greatest moments and making an impact. That's all I've ever wanted. Swapping my hair care products did that. The greatest thing I've learned is to find a way to make money doing something you're already doing. Use it to eliminate small things like groceries, bills, gas, and work your way up until you can live off of that hustle and fund new side hustles. DM me hustle for info on how you can partner up with me. Another emoji. This month only you'll get a booster kit with $216 off product for free. Work from home, work from home, work from Wi-Fi, direct sales, side hustle, side job, Wi-Fi money, Wi-Fi work. The only people in multi-level marketing companies that are actually able to make an income are the people that are at the top. Yet that is not sustainable either. And I've seen lots of posts like this where people say, Monat gave me the ability to start ventures on the side that actually get me residual income. Kind of telling on themselves that Monat doesn't do that because Monat is not sustainable. Most people who are in Monat who are able to rise in the ranks will also ultimately drop when the company is flailing, when the company is crumbling, as I believe it is at the moment. So in theory, it is smart to invest your money in some way, shape, or form, but we see that a lot from Monat reps. I do not believe that their income is as great as they claim for most parts. And of course, you investing your money is smart, either in the stock market or if you have the ability to get something for a good price in real estate, in this case Airbnb, but Airbnb is also not doing that well, or opening up online boutiques. That is happening a lot. If the Monat business opportunity would be that great, people would stick to doing that, but I guess it is not. She was able to make a certain amount of income here, so now debt-free she was able to purchase 2 homes. At least that is what she claims. Like I said, take everything a multi-level marketing rep tells you with a huge big-ass grain of salt. But what was the price? What did you have to do to make that money? In Monat, in my opinion, you had to scam a lot of people so that you were able to benefit off of the people in your downline. Only the people at the top are actually able to make some money, and they're doing that off of the backs of the people in their downlines while promising them that they can be successful too, that they can make a lot of money, which is simply not true. An MLM structure is set up for the majority of people to fail. No matter how much you hustle, no matter how much you work, no matter how much passion you have. The majority of people in every single multi-level marketing company have to spend more money than they get in return. Otherwise, the MLM business model would fail. That is why posts like these are not inspirational to me. What I see here is that she had to scam a lot of people. She was able to buy a house or two, turn one into an Airbnb, and she did that on the backs of others. And this is a very privileged situation. You were able to buy 2 houses. Some people at the moment are not even able to afford their rent. Yet luckily, you were able to make money probably off of the back of those people so that you are in a financially more stable situation. There's one thing in the caption that I agree with. If you're new here, my dream is Bianca and my dream is residual income. Because that is exactly what it is, a dream. Even the people at the top are not able to continuously get a good amount of money every single month when people in their downlines are leaving, when they're dropping in the ranks. There is nothing residual in that because you will have to consistently recruit. You will have to consistently sell products, recruit people, and replenish the people that left your downline. So you're standing on very, very wonky ground. And like I said, Monat is crumbling. Also, people like her can feel that. I do not feel sorry for people like this who were able to scam people for years. In the end, if she has 2 properties, she could sell one and she would still probably be fine. She might be able to downsize. But she was doing that, in my opinion, on the backs of people who were in her downline, who spent a lot of money because they thought next month or the month after, I will be successful. And that is not specific to this individual. It is to all people who are able to rise in the ranks in an MLM. So I agree with this part. My dream is residual income because that's all it is, a dream. There's nothing sustainable about MLMs, and the majority of people are not even able to rise in the ranks that they're able to make enough money to finance their life. And she also says that it's income that she can make in her sleep. That is a myth I always speak about when I hear or when I see this in my videos, because you don't make money in your sleep. Nobody makes money in their sleep. You at some point had to put in time and effort and money, scam people while you were awake. That is what you did when you were awake. So making money in your sleep is not a thing. You had to put in work while you were awake at some point so that you're now able to make money in your sleep. I find posts like this rather shameful from an anti-MLMer's perspective because people in her downline had to lose a lot of money so that she was able to purchase 2 houses. That's not a flex for me. It is sad to see. It is rather embarrassing. And whenever I see posts like this, I don't necessarily think about the individual posting this, bragging about this, but rather about the people that she had to squeeze the money out so that she was able to live a life like this or purchase 2 homes. The last post is from somebody in the MLM olive tree people. If you follow anti-MLM content, you might know this person as well. Yeah, it is our MLM hopper Shanna, who was in Amare before, selling those miraculous yellow curcumin strips that look like Listerine strips. Do everything on planet Earth for you. And that was the most amazing business opportunity, the most amazing product. But it didn't last that long for her because now she switched over to the olive tree people. She joined Amare when Amare was rather new. It is really, really one of the weirdest launches I have ever seen. But now we're seeing another weird launch, and that is the olive tree people. That is the MLM she switched to. And the caption says, "So yesterday we went live to tell you what we are up to. The conversations are happening, but just in case you didn't hear the news." She was on an opportunity call to pitch this amazing new MLM and this amazing new opportunity to new people together with Mary Scott, who is also an MLM hopper who was in Vic Beauty Society, and now she's also in the olive tree people. We are launching a new holistic company, not to be confused with a new brand. This brand has been around for 18 years and has proven success. How about 84% return customer rate and over 78 million customers in Europe? The Olive Tree People is a brand that is available in Europe and has been for 18 years, but they don't operate as an MLM model there. But now they're venturing into the United States with the MLM model attached. So let's not get that confused. And the success of companies selling actual retail products to retail customers, we're speaking about the MLM side here that launched in the US. Now they're launching in the DS space, direct sales space, for the very first time in the US. There is less than 300 consultants. What she's trying to say here in a very subtle way is get in first. That's what she tried in Amare, which apparently didn't work out. She grabbed some of the money, then she left because Amare looks like is also not doing that well, and now she's trying it with the Olive Tree People. If you know anything about MLMs, it is important that you have good timing if you join a multi-level marketing company, because that is how you can rise in the ranks the best and the easiest. If you are one of the first consultants in an MLM, the majority of people will be under you. So the likelihood of you being successful because you're able to rise in the ranks, because you're able to recruit a lot of people, is greater in a new MLM than in an old one. Nature meets science. This isn't your average MLM company. Google hydroxytyrosol, and once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Modern, innovative brand. It's not that modern though if it's already been around for 18 years. Endorsed by some of the biggest magazine names. I think she wants to say endorsed. Vogue, Cosmopolitan, Elle, Bazaar, and celebrities. Care to mention any of the celebrities that want to be connected to a company that sells the product now as an MLM model? I would love to know. 100% organic bioactive ingredients. Waterless skincare, body care, and hair care. That is one of Olive Tree People's products' claim to fame, that the products are waterless. They're not. Waterless in this case just means that the products are not watered down, allegedly, as other products available. But yes, there is also water in those products. I've also seen reps say, oh, well, we have water, but not dirty water. Whatever that means. Most products, most face care, hair care, and body care products have water as one of the first ingredients, and the higher in quality a product is, the less water you have. That is what they're trying to harp on here. But I would say be careful, because if a product claims it doesn't have any water, it is very, very potent. So it is good to dilute products with water to a certain degree. That in itself is not a claim to fame, in my opinion. Healing elixirs and beauty drinks. They're drinking some sort of olive juice from the olive trees. That's also why the name is there. Healing elixirs. That's a weird claim. Are you Gandalf? There's no proof that these are doing anything healing-wise for you. Beauty drinks. Yeah, they have a lot of collagen stuff. Liquid collagen peptides, the only on the market to also include hydroxytyrosol. Mouth-pulling oils. Yeah, because they're exclusive to the Olive Tree People. We've never seen those before on the market. 360-day money-back guarantee. Yeah, the products are that good. If you're ready for a company that isn't all hype, I would say that there's a lot of hype around this. The way the MLM reps in the United States try to push this, it is very much hyped. And if you've ever seen the CEO of the company, there is not a lot of factual information there, lots of hype. So if you're ever interested, just Google CEO of the Olive Tree People. Let's just say that the dude is a special flower himself. That doesn't have a stiff CEO in a suit. Yeah. Yep. That's a different type of CEO. I'm not going to comment on that any further. Just do your own research. The man is talking to olive trees. The man is claiming that the olive trees have healed and cured a lot of his ailings, which is something that you are not allowed to say. And yeah, he's definitely not a stiff CEO in a suit. He's something. But a founder that is inspired by nature and healing. Very inspired. Very inspired. And is probably gonna greet you barefoot. Oh no, what are you doing? The Meghan Markle route? I didn't know anything. I was in ripped jeans and barefoot. Put on shoes, okay? Feet are not the most attractive part of a body. And the products that are tried and true. Then let's have a real conversation. I might be very negative and very pessimistic here, but I would argue it is very difficult to have an actual real conversation with somebody who's in a multi-level marketing company who just recently joined and tries to rise in the ranks rather quickly. Because they're going to try to inflate the opportunity, they're going to tell you how amazing the products are. And from what I can tell, this person is not a specialist in skincare, is not a dermatologist, etc., yet is trying to shill products that she probably doesn't have a lot of understanding about. So having real conversations with representatives in multi-level marketing companies, in my opinion, that's not a thing. That was MLM Top Fails number 15. A very interesting mixture of MLMs and, of course, Monat, because Monat tons make it so easy to snark on them. If you like these types of videos, please consider subscribing. If you like this specific video, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to let me know something, or if you would like to share content with me you want me to react to, please take a look at the description box below, where I now also have my email if you want to send me something. If you liked this video, then hopefully I will see you in my next one. Until then, cheers!